Yeah, what's good, family? 6 most disturbing camping encounters caught on camera. This was my idea because my black ass will never be in the forest. So
Me neither.
I'm gonna traumatize myself through their experiences. And yeah, like, comment, subscribe.
Let's get to it.
Since 2017, a YouTuber named Phil has been uploading videos of his hiking trips to his channel Hike Slam, where he gives his viewers a glimpse into everything he does to prepare for a long hike, camp alone in the middle of the woods, choose the right hiking gear, and pretty much everything related to the outdoors.
Okay.
On the night before Thanksgiving 2021, Phil went on an overnight hike to camp on the Appalachian Trail near his house in Virginia. For the first half hour of his hike, things kick off pretty normally, but after a while, he finds some odd-looking trash lying on the side of the trail.
How is it odd?
Strangely, there appears to be some writing on some of the containers he finds, which appear to be song lyrics, though it's hard to imagine why anyone would go through the trouble of writing out entire songs or poems on a plastic container, only to later throw it on the side of the trail. As he crosses the boundary into the wilderness, things continue to get stranger and stranger, and as he nears the campsite, Phil finds another series of disturbing notes.
The weirdness continues.
Feed nuts, illusions plus, images, trash pickup, courtesy of Richard
Donahue.
Donahue, aka Wolfman of Helltown, Woody. Okay. That's a lot of cigarettes.
Just a whole bunch of writing.
It's just a bunch of random stuff, but they put rocks down so they don't go nowhere.
And there's a
A dead duck. Okay.
dead duck here.
That'll be my cue to wrap that shit up and turn around.
Some of the notes appear to contain cryptic poems.
I was a hiker that hiked alone, but I hiked so much, and now I'm a.
Fedstone?
Others seem to talk about pretty in-depth conspiracy theories and undercover federal agents or something, and the rest appear to be biographical, with whoever wrote them telling parts of their story. It's tough to confirm if the person who wrote the notes was the same person who killed the duck, but honestly, it would be too much of a coincidence for the dead duck to be lying right there next to the series of creepy notes, which were obviously placed there recently considering they're in good condition and not wet. After taking in the eerie scene, Phil notices a tarp and a fire next to a campsite about 20 yards away from the notes and the dead duck. Staying as far away as possible from the campsite, he continues making his way up to a shelter. Although this next part wasn't caught on camera, Phil then reported that he saw 2 women coming down the trail with their dog, asking him if he had seen the guy who was leaving the creepy notes and dead animals on the side of the trail. When Phil mentioned he saw a campsite and a fire a few yards away from the notes, the women got scared and asked him to walk back to their car with them. Thinking it was probably a good idea to move as far away as possible from the campsite anyway, Phil went back with them and then started hiking in the other direction to find a safer place to spend the night.
Smart man, Phil.
Fortunately, the rest of his hike to the new shelter was a lot more uneventful for Phil, and once he got there, he was able to set up a camp for the night, light a fire, and enjoy his dinner miles away from the disturbing
better than
notes
me.
he found.
My
A
black
few
ass would
minutes
have went
later,
home.
once it got dark, Phil decided to go into the shelter and check out the camp log and see some of the notes and stories other hikers had left behind. And that's when things get extremely creepy again.
I'm gonna check out the shelter log here. I hang out by the fire. Almost every shelter on the Appalachian Trail has a shelter log where people write in their trail names and what's going on. They can write whatever they want in there. So it's kind of cool.
I'll be so
tradition here.
immature. I'll put these
Let's
nuts.
see what this one says.
That's actually cool though.
Little engine. Back section. Hiking again finally. It's nice and little trail magic. Some comics and writing and stuff. Alright, let's see what's happened recently. Holy crap. Wait a second.
It might be the same person as
Just camera. This writing looks almost exactly like the writing that was on that garbage a couple of miles from here.
even though the shelter where Phil's currently staying at is more than 2 miles away and on the other side of the road from the previous one, the handwriting in the camp log is exactly the same as the handwriting that was on the notes and garbage on the other side of the road.
Facts.
This is pretty disturbing in itself, but it gets even more so when Phil starts to actually read some of the content in the logbook.
2018, while I was incarcerated at the Okaloosa County Jail. What the heck? In solitary confinement, I figured the following out. Refer to Isaiah 28:15 through 9. This is the same ramblings from the guy that was on the other side of the river. That's kind of scary.
He's
Kinda
not
weird.
totally crazy because he
Those
wrote
women
in there
out
and
said
put
they
it
were
back.
gonna call the
Yeah.
police on the guy. Wow, this is weird. It's just like it goes in one direction, then immediately goes in a completely different direction, and there's just so much of it. Like this line up here. Think grave robbery in an attempt to obscure the reality of little Mrs. Wolf. Content. Come up with some more of those wicked schemes, JB and company, so I can show some more of your true character.
The fact that there's a convicted felon walking around the woods leaving dark and weird notes all over the place is extremely concerning, and based on the kinds of stuff the guy is writing, he's probably not in his right mind.
Facts.
This could obviously be dangerous for Phil, especially since it's already pretty dark and he doesn't appear to have anything to defend
Yeah,
himself
it's so
with.
messed up to find that
As
late
he
at
gets
night.
ready to go to sleep in his tent, Phil walks back to the shelter once more, where he finds half a Gatorade bottle hanging from a string on the ceiling with a note in the same guy's handwriting that reads,
Watch out.
out for Yeet Mouse. The dead do walk and talk. Understandably creeped out by yet another disturbing note, Phil tries to fall asleep in his tent, obviously a little on edge from everything that happened that day. The last thing you'd want to happen if you were in Phil's position would probably be to start hearing strange noises near the
Facts.
shelter in the middle of the night, and that's exactly what happened. While he was falling asleep, he heard something moving near the shelter,
Oh, no.
and as he poked his head out of the tent, he saw a single guy with a headlamp walking around the shelter. Not wanting to find out if it was the same guy who had been leaving notes, he quietly made his way back to the truck in the middle of the night, checking over his shoulder the entire way to make sure he wasn't
Smart.
being followed. Luckily, he made it back home safely, and as of 2024, he hasn't uploaded another video about the strange notes he found on the Appalachian Trail. It's pretty likely that dozens of other hikers after him came across the disturbing notes and the dead duck, but we'll probably never know who exactly the guy who wrote them was, or what he would have done if he ran into any unsuspecting campers.
Listen to this.
Yeah, definitely creepy.
Why everybody making beats?
Oh no.
This is extra.
Grizzly Gaz is a camping channel on YouTube consisting of dozens of videos featuring Gaz, the uploader, going on hiking and camping trips in the UK with his French bulldog named Fendi. In a lot of his videos, he goes camping in some pretty extreme conditions, and he often shows footage of his unexpected encounters with big animals in the middle of the woods. In April
What is that?
2023, Gaz uploaded a video of a camping trip he made somewhere in the woods in the UK. The first part of the camping trip goes pretty much according to plan, with the footage showing Gaz setting up his tent and chopping wood to make a fire while his dog Fendi keeps him company as the sun begins to set. This next part wasn't shown in the footage, but as Gaz started to prepare his steak dinner over the fire, a random man in jeans and a coat approached his campsite and asked him for a beer and some food.
So how we know it's true if he ain't catching
Got
up?
steaks on go now. Bit of ribeye. Pot boiling for some mash. And
Oh shit.
I've got a visitor. Creeped
That's
up
it
behind
for
me
me,
asking me if I had a light in my pants. This is Martin anyway. I don't know him, but he's stopping for a steak, so...
Just some random creep wandering about.
You
Why
went
would you
round
say
here in a
that?
poncho a couple of months ago, were you?
Don't think I was.
Boy, that camera will stay on him.
Although
I'll be
the
like, we
encounter
on
with the
live.
man itself was pretty tame, it's still pretty creepy to be camping in the woods in the middle of nowhere and suddenly be approached by a random guy asking for things.
True.
If you listen closely to what he's saying, some of the guy's sentences are a little incoherent, and he appears to ramble a bit when he talks, almost like he's kind of out of it. Later in the footage, Gaz reveals that Martin was homeless, and that as they shared their dinner, he told Gaz his story about how he had ruined his life with drugs, and how he had ended up walking alone in the woods that day. Disturbingly, Gaz also mentioned that while they were having dinner, he turned around for a few seconds to chop some more wood to keep the fire going, and when he turned back around, Martin had left the campsite unannounced without even thanking Gaz for the food. After this strange encounter, the uploader decided to leave the campsite and head home out of fear that the man would possibly tell his friends about meeting some guy camping out in the middle of the woods with expensive filming equipment lying around and suggest robbing him or possibly worse.
Yeah.
To see if Martin would come back in the middle of the night with possibly ill intentions, Gaz actually left a trail camera on the tree at the campsite to capture everything that happened that night. Based on his behavior, it's pretty hard to gauge Martin's intentions and know whether he was just confused and possibly under the influence, or if he had something more sinister planned that evening.
True.
Either way, it's probably a good thing that Gaz left the campsite and didn't go back until the next morning, especially since when he did go back, his trail camera that he had left was
Gone.
completely gone.
Wait, what did he mean?
Creepy
He left the
Outdoors is a channel where the uploader frequently
He left the camera to see if dude was gonna come back with other people, or just to come back with other intentions, and nigga came back and stole his camera, so he was right.
I wish he had like a I wish it was more like as soon as it start recording, it's uploaded to something.
Oh
So
yeah,
then
that'd been cool. He
could've-
would see everything.
Yeah.
shows footage of his nighttime visits to sketchy outdoor locations during all 4 seasons.
In the
In
snow,
October
crazy.
2022,
He
Creepy
committed.
Outdoors uploaded a video of a camping trip he took to an unnamed forest in the middle of nowhere, recording everything he saw as he explored some of the surrounding woods in the
Boy, I thought that was a
darkness.
person.
For the first few minutes, all you can hear is the guy's breathing, and you can't help but be kind of amazed at how brave it is to visit a dark forest in the middle of nowhere
For
all
real.
alone, not knowing if you're going to run into potentially hostile animals or something else. As the video progresses, the uploader makes a few comments and observations on his surroundings, and throughout the footage, there doesn't appear to be anyone else in the forest with him. Around 13 minutes in, though, an extremely disturbing sound takes the footage in a pretty dark direction.
Oh nah.
No.
Oh
He
nah.
said,
hi.
"Oh shit, hi."
This nigga said,
You
hi.
gotta be calm.
What?
I gotta switch.
I gotta
I need
wait.
to get out of here.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
That was dumb of you to go somewhere unnamed though.
I would have pissed myself though. I see you,
Okay.
clear
As
as
soon as he
day.
turned off his
Oh.
lights.
Creepy. I need to get out of here.
In the distance, probably a couple of 100 feet away from the uploader, a voice yells, "I see you." It's possible that the disturbing sound was made by a coyote or a fox, but because it sounded so much like "I see you," it could have also been another camper trying to mess with the uploader and scare him. Because the YouTuber had been talking and making noise almost the whole time, he might have inadvertently alerted someone else who may have wanted to play a prank on him just for the fun of it. Still, it's hard to imagine
That's a
why
funny
anyone else
prank.
would be wandering in the same secluded part of the woods as the uploader. What's most disturbing is that the person or animal or whatever it was that made the noise appeared to yell out right after the guy turned off his lamp, almost as
right
if they
after
were
he turned
waiting
off
for that
his
to
light.
happen to yell out something disturbing.
True.
Luckily, the uploader was able to make it back to his campsite safely and has continued uploading outdoor footage to this day. Sam is a YouTuber from Cleveland,
But
Ohio.
I'm just still on why go somewhere unnamed. Like,
Maybe that's how he get viewers or whatnot. Maybe that's just his thing. 'Cause you know how they got like ghost hunters. They go to all these
Yeah.
abandoned places and stuff. Maybe he just like.
but I
that.
mean, the places, they know where the abandoned place is at. Like, it's a location that most people should know where
True.
it's at. But this, you chose to go somewhere unnamed. Nobody knows.
Hopefully he's smart enough that like the people don't know, but he has like a best friend or something. Like, hey,
Yeah.
I'm going here. Or something. If I'm not back by this day, this is the area I'm gonna be in.
Yeah.
Hopefully. But after you heard "I see you," all you would have heard was that camera would have been
I
gone.
promise y'all to be gone.
What?
Man. But that's crazy to
I'll
say
turn my
that.
light off. No, you don't. Gone. Cause man, what? You about to say something?
Oh, no. I was about to disagree with you. Yeah.
All right.
Who's been uploading videos of his stealth camping trips to his channel, The Northwest Wind, since 2016. For those of you who don't know, stealth camping just means parking your camper van pretty much anywhere without paying for parking, and people do it anywhere from residential neighborhoods to the middle of nowhere. In January 2024, Sam uploaded footage of his stealth camping trip to the woods in Cleveland, leaving his camper van at a local dog park a few hundred yards away. On his way into the woods, he finds a camping tent that's been shredded to pieces, which is honestly a little creepy, but he keeps going anyway. After setting up his tent in the woods, he starts cooking dinner on a camping stove.
Can't be ignoring these
As
red
the sun
flags
starts
now.
to set, he sees a couple of people walking by the campsite, and this is when he mentions that he's getting a bad vibe and feels like he's possibly in danger from them. Most experienced campers would probably tell you that if your gut is telling you something's wrong, you should probably call it a day and leave. But Sam decided to stick it out for the night and kept on recording. As soon as he settles down in his tent to get some sleep, things start to get
That is
very
a-
creepy.
That is the tiniest.
For real.
Somebody, hang on. I don't know if they can see it or not through the tent. I don't think so. I'm leaning right up against the light, but somebody's walking around out there very close to the tent.
As the seconds pass by, the footsteps outside seem to get louder and louder. At one point, Sam calls out to whoever's out there, but at first he doesn't get a response. It's only after he calls out for about the 5th time that every camper's worst nightmare starts to become a reality for Sam.
They're walking around outside in circles.
Hello? Hello? Alright, I don't like this. Hello? Hello? They're touching my tank. Stop. Hello?
I got a blick. You got to the count of
Hello?
3.
Going out.
I'm getting out of here. Hello? Hello? I don't know what this is, but we're getting out of here. Hang on. Hello? Okay, they're walking away now. What do you want? What do you want?
Don't call them back, nigga.
I have a knife. Where's my knife?
Then you gonna say where your knife is?
With me. With me here. Holy crap. Get away. What do you want? Hello? I can't see you.
Don't
Oh,
tell
say
him you
that.
can't see him.
All right, I'm getting out of here. We're getting out of here.
One thing that a lot of people in the comments of Sam's video have pointed out is that if you're being stalked or attacked by a stranger in the middle of the woods, it's probably not a good idea to show weakness by saying things like, I can't see you,
For
I'm
a
spooked,
fact.
and I don't like this.
Facts.
After this, the attackers apparently leave the campsite, but as soon as he steps out of the tent, Sam sees them standing eerily in the woods just a few feet away from him.
They collapsed my tent on me. I don't know which way they went.
That's why it got
I think
like
they went this way. I see you.
Yeah.
smaller on him.
Get away!
Nah, fuck all that.
All right, I'm spooked. I don't like this.
Then you
Get
put
out
your
of here
body
right now.
right back in
They're
there.
just standing there.
Back time.
They're just standing there. What do you want? Leave me alone!
Nah, I'll be
Completely freaking out after the disturbing
Run up,
encounter,
pussy.
he obviously decides to call it a
Run
night
up,
and
pussy.
head back to his van in the park. But things only
like
continue
my
to get
UK
worse for
people. I'ma
Sam.
ching you.
Did he leave his tent?
All right, they're moving again. I don't know. I'm getting out of here. We're going.
Yeah, you
I'll come
gotta
back
go.
for this some other time. All right, let's get out of here. I'm leaving. Don't follow me. I don't know where to go. I don't know which way to get out of here. I smell your cigarette. I can hear you. I hear you.
As he's making his way back to the park, he looks back at the campsite and sees the attackers stealing his things, but he decides to leave his stuff behind, terrified for his life.
Yeah,
As he's
it's
running through the
not
woods now,
that.
he turns back and sees his attackers chasing him.
This has got to lead back to the main trail. I don't know where they are. It's all foggy up here. I got water in my headlamp. I don't know where to go. I don't see or hear
You
anybody.
got like a satellite phone on there?
Right. I feel like in
Anymore.
those kind of times, like, especially when you're camping, you need to have
I hear
something,
them
a
coming.
bright light. You don't need to have
Can't see
something
the shadow.
that's
Here's
like
a path.
real little.
Yeah.
Get me there. I'm recording all of this.
They don't care about that.
I'm
They
calling
kill
the
you,
police.
nobody gonna
I
see
hope he
it.
got his keys.
Running back on the path. Back on the path. Okay.
Okay.
That's how you know it's dark. You can't even see him.
Get away from me!
He sounded like a bitch.
After making it back to his van safely, he drove home and gave his viewers a recap of everything that happened. As you can imagine,
I
a
wouldn't
lot
even
of people in
drive
the
home. I
comments
would've
accused the
went straight to
uploader of
police station.
staging the video, mentioning that nobody in their right mind would continue to record as they sprint through the woods in the dark.
Facts.
But his reaction seems pretty genuine to me. Different people act different ways in situations of stress. As for who the two guys who stalked and attacked him were and what they wanted, that's really anyone's guess.
Yeah, but it just.
If what they
it's
did to
pitch black.
Sam was some kind of joke,
You kinda
it's a
see,
pretty
like, the
messed up
light
joke
is-
to play on someone.
I don't know, I
But
think it's
because the
like-
uploader confirmed that they didn't end up stealing his stuff when he went back the following morning, it's also clear that looting the campsite wasn't really their main focus. We can't really know
Yeah,
what
his
they would
stuff
have
is
done to
gone.
him if he hadn't run from the campsite, but at any rate, it's probably a good thing he did.
I feel like he should have just left all
Off
this stuff
Sundays
there.
is a camping channel on YouTube run by a guy named Sean, who uploads some pretty cool footage of his solo camping trips everywhere in the UK. In February 2024, he uploaded a video where he left his van on the side of the road next to the woods, and then went to do some exploring, jumping over a fence to walk through the
Oh.
woods. After that, Sean makes his way back to his van to make dinner, where he then heads out once again for an evening stroll
Oh,
through
he
the
was a
woods.
man, man.
Upon his return to the van, he goes to bed at about 9 p.m. But at 3 in the morning, things start to get a little disturbing.
How did you attack him in the van? It's crazy.
I'll see you in the morning. Good night.
That bitch about to turn right back on. Ooh, a car.
And it sounds like they're walking around the van.
He got flashed.
As soon as Sean pulls back the curtains, the people who were walking around the van get back in their car. When he put his head out the window to see what was going on, the car drove away, leaving him alone for the rest of the night. It wasn't until the next morning that Sean realized what the visitors had done to his van.
Right, well, I think we should
Don't hit.
at least go outside
What if they popped his tire or
and
something?
see how miserable the
Oh,
weather
like
is.
slash the tire?
Yeah.
You ain't going nowhere. Oh, his door ain't open.
My door's stuck.
What the world?
What the actual...
What did they do?
I don't know. Probably put something so he can't get out. Oh, he's zip tied. Is that zip ties?
Yes.
See that?
Oh, they was about to get this nigga.
That's actually insane.
So here's the... There's obviously just people wanting to come out and just be funny, I guess, but
But that's weird.
how dangerous is that? Locking someone in their van?
Yeah.
Let me check the back door. Well, there's nothing on this one because they wouldn't have been able to tie it to anything, would they? There's no way they could have done that door anyway.
But I mean,
Why
it's a
someone
good
would want to
thing
walk
that
a stranger in their van
he
is
could have
anyone's
just drove
guess.
off.
And the only reasonable explanation I can think of is that maybe they were trying to steal the diesel from the van and put the zip ties on the door in case Sean realized what was happening and attempted to get out to stop them. It could have also been a local who didn't want anyone parking their camping van in that area, but we'll likely never know.
The fact he had zip
Luckily,
ties on
after
the
he got
radio.
the zip ties off, he made it back home unharmed and has continued uploading videos of his camping adventures in the UK. TheFactsByHowToHunt.com is a channel dedicated to sharing knowledge about the outdoors and encouraging people to explore the wilderness.
Yeah.
In January 2022, a pretty terrifying video was uploaded to the channel in which a group of teenagers can be seen reacting to some strange sounds coming from somewhere in the woods.
Hear it? Get Trevor. Austin, get the door.
Okay, wake everybody up. I like that.
Hey! That was not an elk. That was it's a coyote.
Bigfoot?
Get my keys. Ah, Garrett.
That gunshots?
That's what it sounds like. He said, if that, yeah, it's time to get in the car. And
Everybody, get in my truck.
I know that's right.
When you're out in the woods in the middle of the night, it can be easy to
That's the
mistake
smartest
certain
thing to do,
animal noises
yeah.
with human screams. Foxes, coyotes, and bobcats are all known to make sounds that can sometimes be hard to tell apart from human yelling. But in this case, I don't know of any animal that can make that kind of noise, especially when you consider how loud the banging on the trees was.
Those
Elk
banging
are
on the
known to
tree?
rub their antlers against trees, but it obviously doesn't sound that loud or menacing. A lot of people in the comments of the video have mentioned that the sounds aren't too different from human screams, and it could have just been a man screaming in the woods in the middle of the night. Although that's also pretty messed up in itself.
That's still scary.
Yeah.
Even though some viewers have claimed the video is staged, the uploader's reactions seem pretty genuine in this case. And the only thing we can say for sure is that it's probably a good thing that the guys didn't run into whoever or whatever
That's
was
a
making
fact.
those
He
noises.
was like, get in my truck now.
Yeah,
That's-
that was the smartest thing to do.
Yeah.
Get in my truck, and they woke up everybody. It wasn't like, okay, us two are up. Let's go figure out what's going on.
True.
Like y'all made sure y'all woke up everybody, and then you were like, yeah, let's go.
Let's get on
Let's get in the
down.
truck. Yeah,
Yeah, this was cool.
this was something.
This is why I'm not going camping.
Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think was like the scariest one?
If it was true, the one where they was touching Buddy in his tent. If that was true, that was real, then yeah,
Yeah.
because that's the closest anyone got other than the zip ties in the car.
Yeah. I think that'll be mine too, because that was just too weird. Why? And then he said they were circling.
Yeah.
So it's like, why you circled around his truck and then you
He lucky they ain't try to like stab him through the tent.
Yeah,
or
that's
something.
another thing. And it did look stabbable because he looked so closed
Oh
in.
yeah, definitely.
So I feel like when you get a tent, don't get nothing that's gonna like easily be, boom, you dead. Like you could have been knocked out snoring
True.
and you just
Or they had a
stabbed.
bat, they just beat the shit out of you.
Mm-hmm. And you can't even get out because you scrambling trying to unzip.
Gotta
Like,
unzip. Now you just get your
Yeah.
ass beat in the tent. There's gonna be a body bag at that point.
yeah. I think the one that wasn't too like scary for real, was probably, it's between the zip tie and the dude that found all the letters.
Yeah, the one that found on the letters, I feel like that was like the most calmest one.
Yeah.
Because he never ran into Buddy.
Yeah, but he did say he heard somebody in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
So he did grab his things and went.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, it was scary for him to be in that like, moment, but then again,
Yeah.
I feel like that wasn't too scary. Maybe that was the least one. The zip ties I feel like is way scary because I ain't gonna say it's way scary, but it's scary because why would they do your doors like that? And then it's just like you could be minding your business and they sat here and they didn't say a word. They silently zip tied your door, and then they dipped.
That's a fact.
That's just weird. It make
They
you wonder.
dipped when they saw him look out the window. Don't forget
Mm-hmm.
that. So ain't no telling what else they was about to do.
So it's
but-
like really crazy.
Yeah. But let us know which one y'all thought was the scariest to least scariest in the comments below. If y'all enjoyed this, we can react to more videos like this. And yeah, see y'all in the next one. We out.